Okay, you're on.
Good evening. It's January 15th,
Are we?
6:24 PM. I'm going to open up the Dudley Conservation Commission meeting. Members present,
Nancy Vukovic?
Samantha Costello.
George Slingo.
James Kepke.
First on the agenda is 15 Lawrence Road, NOI for a retaining wall replacement.
They don't have a DEP number, so it's continued to the next meeting, but it doesn't have to be voted on.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, you could do that. That would be fine. if you
Open the
wanted to.
public hearing?
You can just continue it.
Okay, I move to continue the public hearing for 15 Lawrence Road for an NOI for the retaining wall replacement to February 5th's meeting.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Lot 1, R2 Noble Road, NOI for a single-family dwelling, public hearing continued.
And this is a continuance to our March meeting,
Continued to March meeting,
March 18th.
March 18th.
I make a motion that we continue the NOI for a single-family dwelling, or the public hearing for the single-family dwelling at Lot 1, R2 Noble Street to the March 18th meeting.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
The
carries.
18th.
I said March 18th.
Lot 1, R3 Noble Street, NOI for a single-family dwelling, public hearing continued.
Same thing for that.
I make a motion that we continue the public hearing for Lot 1, R3 Noble Street for an NOI for single-family dwelling.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 6R Noble Street, NOI for a single-family dwelling.
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Have a motion, please?
It's not, it says, we make a motion that we that we continue the public hearing
Yes.
for Lot 6R Noble Street for a single-family dwelling.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
It's continued to March 18th? Okay.
12 Mill Road, RDA for a subsurface sewage disposal system.
We need you to speak into the microphone, too.
Can you guys see that?
You can bring it towards you, towards the end of the, it moves. Yeah. There you go.
How's that? All right, yeah, I'm Aaron from McClure Engineering, and I'm presenting a project we're working on. It's for 12 Mill Road, and it's a septic repair, and I'm looking for a negative determination on an RDA we had filed. So what's happening with this site? First off, it's a very small lot. So when we were trying to place the septic, we felt like where we placed it is the best location for it. Basically, the whole site's within the 100-foot buffer. Another thing I want to note there's like, oops, I just turned that on. There we go. There's an intermittent stream here that drops into a drop inlet and then gets piped along the sideline to another catch basin, and then that is piped across the street. So when we designed our repair, we had it designed with a poly barrier to minimize the effluent.
So there's no septic system there now?
Yep, right in the front.
Oh, it's in the front, okay.
Is town water on Mill Road?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with
Okay.
that. It's better than what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Any questions from the board? Any questions from the audience? Any abutters? Seeing none,
I make a motion, we issue a negative number 3 determination of applicability for 12 Mill Road for subsurface sewage disposal system.
I'll second it.
motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Six one six on Greenwood.
Lot 616 Greenwood Ave, request for a certificate of compliance. Matt's recommendation is
It's a lot, no.
issue a certificate of compliance for Greenwood Ave. Someone want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we issue a certificate of compliance for lot 616 Greenwood Avenue.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Seven Castle Circle, request for a partial release from the subdivision order conditions for Pierpont Estates.
Oh.
That's a new one, I think, partial release.
Matt's recommendation is that we release the seven. What is this?
What does that mean
This is the order of conditions applies to the whole subdivision, and as lots are released, you do a partial release instead of, just doing a certificate of compliance for the order of conditions, which would then release the order of conditions from the whole subdivision, which is what we don't want to do. So you do a partial release on just that lot that's being requested, or the number of the street.
Isn't that whole road done? Isn't that subdivision done?
Not yet.
Really? Okay. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion that we issue a partial release for 7 Castle Circle from the subdivision order of conditions for Pierpont Estates.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Same thing with the next one.
Yeah.
35 Noble Street, request for a partial release of the subdivision order conditions for Pierpont.
Per our Matt's recommendations, I move that we issue a partial release for 35 Noble Street from the subdivision order of conditions for Pierpont Estates.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mm-hmm.
82 Klondike Road, request for a certificate of compliance for a septic system. Matt's recommendation is to issue the certificate of compliance.
I make a motion that we issue a certificate of compliance for 82 Klondike Road for a septic system.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. '62 Lions Road, request for a certificate of compliance for an addition. Work to be done outside of the BZ buffer zone. Matt's recommendation is a certificate of compliance for work outside.
I move that we issue a certificate of compliance for 62 Lions Road for the addition that was outside the buffer zone.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Attached to your
Last page.
agenda, the last page is the proposed tree removal policy. So if you want to read through that, see if there's anything that you like or don't like, or adding, changing, whatever. If it looks good, I'll put it on the next meeting's agenda, or the meeting after that. It'll make it easier for people when they want to cut trees. So no decision has to be made tonight.
Question, in the note, is that property owners referring to agricultural properties or any property owners?
Any property owners?
I think you should clarify that. You just make the word any in front of it, because it
Or
kind of,
could move it to,
or move it above the,
Yeah,
move it
agricultural.
above the agricultural. That way you don't have to add that, because it's not really clear.
No problem with it.
You're doing
all right, I'll put it on the next meeting's agenda?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes that are presented to us for December 11th, 2019.
it. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to accept the minutes of December 11th, 2019. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Make a motion that we adjourn?
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in
Yeah.
favor?
Aye.
6:36.
6:36. Motion carries.